In these videos, I'll show some meshes that are a little more involved, but are still study meshes. So I've got the BPR turned on right now. You can see these kind of plastic frames with slightly clear lenses and a little bit of matte rubber temple pieces up here. It's all one mesh. It's got it's Dynamesh. So if I switch to this mesh, you can see it's a Dynamesh, but it's fairly simple to make. So let me hide these pieces and we'll get started with it. Let's get the head here. Alright, so first thing we'll do, let's get the perspective turned off. Let's make a duplicate of this head because I want to work on it a little bit, and let's switch to it and hide the other one. And then I want to come down here and I'm just going to drop down to the lowest subdivision on it. I'm going to delete the higher because I don't really need it. You could try closing the eyes out with the closed holes. It's really up to you, but if you did want to do that, a fast way to do it would be just come up to the geometry, modify topology, and just close holes. And let's see, here we go. And so that'll close those out. But what I really want to do is I want to just smooth all this area out a bit. So I'm going to hold down shift, make sure we have my intensities up. Let's make the brush a little bigger. Let's turn symmetry on and just smooth those down until I'm getting something kind of flat like that. I may want to, with the move topological, just kind of move things out. Let's see, we don't want to smooth too much here. Just maybe turn the intensity way down, just smooth a little bit, and maybe move some more. Just get them, so that they're kind of pushing out a little bit. We don't want them pushing out too much. You don't want them bulging out. You do want some of that eye socket in there. So let's see how that looks then if we unhide the other one. Okay, so that's pushed out a bit. So maybe pull out over here, smooth that, and get that back in. And maybe make the brush size a little smaller. I don't want to spend too much time doing this because I'm going to massage the frames once I get them into place anyway. I just want to get something that's fairly close to the face itself, but without the deep eye socket on it. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. So let's hide that guy and let's turn the transparency off. So next, what I want to do is insert a ring mesh into this. So I'm going to click up here on my tool, look up here for my ring 3D. Let's click on that to go to that. As is, it's pretty good, but what I might want to do is come down here to my initialize, and let's turn on polyframe, see what we got here. Yeah, let's take the S divide down some. We don't want to take it down too much. 12 maybe. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. And then maybe the L divide down a little to get it roughly square. Maybe 48. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Maybe take that to 11 just to get a flat here on the inside. That can be very helpful sometime. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. If you ever get where you've got a flat and it's not really quite where you want it, you can come down here to this twist and you move that around until you get it, but you don't really need to on this one. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Let's go back up here. Let's make it a polymesh 3D, and now let's click back on our tool menu and pick up our base head here. So it's looking good. And then let's do an insert for that, and subtool insert. There we go. And then let's see, pick that ring we made, and let's hold alt and click it. And that's looking good. So let's do some rotating and scaling. Let's get over here on the side, get the rotate tool, grab this, click it, drag, hold down shift, constrain it. It's looking good here. Let's move it so it's, let's do it with the rotate tool. Let's get the move tool, rotate it roughly centered on the eye, and then get the scale tool, scale it down until it's right there above the eye. Pretty good there. Yeah, out enough. Okay, we'll leave that as is for now. Next I want to get it, it's a little fat, so I'm going to come down here to my deformation rollout and inflate, and just deflate it a little bit. Kind of a ring, yeah, I'm going to scale it down just a bit more. Oh, actually that's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's looking good. Alright, so let's come over here to the side and switch to the move tool. We'll move it out away from the eye, out away from the model a little bit. That's looking pretty good. So next, what I want to do, I'm just going to turn off polyframe. I'm going to hit the B key for the brushes, hit the M key for the M's, and I'm going to look for the matchmaker brush. Let's get that. The way matchmaker works is whenever you pull it out, what it does is it pushes the geometry below it towards the mesh. So you can see, it's done that, and so it's starting to conform that to it. So, and the more you have your intensity up, the more it'll do it. Up here, I think I had mine set around 67. But I'm just clicking, holding, and dragging on it till it does that. And that's, looking pretty good. That might be a bit much. Let's undo it from the beginning. Just try it with 100 from the beginning. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. Maybe drop it a little bit, and then let's make a couple more passes until we start to get something that's kind of warping around it. All right, let's see how that now looks relative to the regular head. So let's hide this one, turn that one back on. So yeah, looking pretty good, a little smooshed in. We can try moving it out just a little bit. Let's draw move tool out here, move it out, maybe rotate it a little bit. Yeah, looking better there. Switch back to our brush. All right, one more time. Yeah, that's looking great. All right, so what I'd probably want to do from here now would be to switch to my move topological brush. Let's make it pretty big. And then just start massaging this into place. Looking good there. Make sure we're not getting too far out up here. Too far back down here. Yes. Yeah, looking pretty good. You could do all this with just the move topological brush. I just wanted to show you that matchmaker brush, just so you get a sense of how it was working. It's kind of small now. Take a little bit of a kink out of it. Again, I don't want to spend too much time massaging that. Yeah, looking pretty good there. All right. Let's see. Maybe pull all this in a bit. Let's see how that looks now. Yeah, I don't want that looping around too much. In fact, I want it to kind of go the other way. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Maybe not so fat on it. All right, not too bad. Yeah, a lot better. All right, let's see how I'm doing on time. All right, that's about 10 minutes into this. I'm going to stop the recording and then I'll pick this up.